What up, what up? Once again, this is the Activated Podcast. I am your host, Ibu. And another week, another episode, another interesting people that I'm getting to speak with. You know what I mean? Like, first, before we even get into this week's episode, I really wanted to give a big shout out to Amelia. If you've not heard that episode, Vegan Killer, please go ahead and check it out. I know it's a little long, even if you got to take it in bits and pieces. Amazing, incredible conversation that we had. And I just want to big her up with the lip crack. My lips was cracking due to this harsh weather. You know what I mean? And I put it on my lips, and I almost got a kiss today. So shout out to you, Amelia. Please go out and support. But today, I want to start by saying I don't want to say young, right? I have an incredible mind, which I am excited to really get into. She's right now, she look like she's about to pass out. So in case she does, I am not certified. What's it called? I am not CPR certified. So if you pass out, I actually, you know what? I'll be good. I've been putting lip crack on my lips, so I'll be able to. But nonetheless, I have Sameera in the building with me. What's up?
Hey guys. Oh my god.
She's super nervous. We're not on live radio, so if you mess up, we can take it out. But I think you're gonna do incredible. How you doing?
I'm good.
Just to let y'all know, this is our 17th attempt.
No, he is. No.
We tried it so many times, and I was
twice.
Was it twice?
Twice. You just twice.
It was only twice.
Twice.
I do gotta respect. You definitely reached out, and really, it was important to you. And
really,
this is the reason why I created a platform as well, and it's open for everybody. So we did try twice. Weather. We're in Canada, right? Toronto, it's snowing. She tried to catch a bus once to come out to the actual Activated Studios. It didn't work. Mm-hmm. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pack up my shit and I'm gonna come to you. Right? We're gonna be in your comfort level, and we're gonna have a conversation. Now, this podcast, it stemmed from a rant that you had on your Snapchat.
Oh my god, yeah.
Listen, I'm a professional. What you mean? Of course. So this is where the whole idea came about, because I listened to you rant. I'll be honest with you, I don't listen to nobody rant but me on Snap. Reason why, people talk a lot of nonsense.
I agree.
But when I listened to you, I could tell that your thoughts were raw, and maybe the delivery might have been a little bit. Now I'm sounding like I really know what I'm talking about, but this is just an honest. When I looked at it, you could always tell. I was like, damn, if she's able to, you know what I mean, do that. I was like, I definitely want to talk to you and see what's going on. But first, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you originally from?
I'm Nigerian.
Okay, fully Nigerian.
No, you just said that, not me.
But I thought like you're from like the UK or something.
Exactly. You see, and like this is why I always say fully Nigerian, because it's like that, and I'm like, no, that's not the case. It's just like, I love the accent. I mean, come on, don't you like how I sound?
Yeah, no, I was like, that's why I was asking you, because I do know that you're Nigerian, but
exactly.
I thought maybe you grew up in the UK.
Okay,
or something.
No,
like that.
I just really like there, and I've been there like
many times. I've never been.
Really? You should. Like, you would definitely like it because of the weather. Yeah. Like, their cold is like -6, -10. And here in Canada, we're having like -40. Like, come on, like -40.
Yeah, but Canada is stressed out when it comes to weather.
It's crazy.
Now, what is your best, what stands out to you when it comes to the UK?
I feel like this might sound bad, but this is how I feel.
Listen, this is Activated. No hold bar bars. We just speak what's on our mind, really. But go ahead, yeah.
Okay, so it's just like overwhelming that they were able to like colonize like the world. I mean, they started it. Do you get what I mean? Like, they touched each and every one of us. Like, you are part of them in one way or the other. Like,
really?
yeah.
Now it's now that you say that, now I'm intrigued. What you're saying does so. British did colonize everywhere that are English speaking. It came from there. Even
exactly.
I guess even the United States. Right?
Exactly.
Shit.
And like the United States, it's like now like the world power. Right. So without it being colonized, they wouldn't be the world power. And now they are the world's power. Like, come on. If when you hear the United States, when you hear, oh, America, you shiver. Ooh,
yeah,
America. Like, you know that their president is like, he runs the world. I mean, come on.
Yeah, like clearly, first world power is always like, and plus, I mean, one thing I think we gotta give the U.S. is their sense of pride is it's so big, and it doesn't matter where you from. When you get around an American, you feel inferior in many ways, right? And I think it's crazy now. The world is also realizing, hey, you know what? We are powerful within our own realm or whatever. So now I think everybody else is starting to build up their confidence as well. And then, we not as, I mean, I don't want to say scared, but like when you're around them,
you can say scared. I agree.
You can maneuver a little bit better. So this is where to kind of speak on that is what you appreciate. You know what? I just learned something because I never really
thought about it.
Yeah, like okay, you are right. So another thing, you are an international student.
Exactly. Yeah.
In Canada, of course.
Yeah.
Now, why did you decide to come to Toronto to study, and what are you studying right now?
I am currently studying business and society, but there's like a punchline to this. When I was in year 10, I don't know what the grade is, like in grades, but like when I was in year 10, I wanted to do business. I wanted to be like a business tycoon. I wanted to be, that lady. Like I had my, normally when you ask people, oh, what do you want to be in future? They're like, oh, I want to be rich or I want to be wealthy. Right. Like when they say that, I just get really annoyed. I just want to slap them across their face. I'm like, really? Like, come on, fall in line with every basic person, because it's like no one has a plan. No one is creative. Everyone is a white shirt. Do you get what I mean? You know that basic white shirt that everyone has? Right. No one is colored, and it's annoying because everyone wants the same thing, but no one knows how they want to get there. And I'm like, okay, when I meet the few people that actually do have a plan, I get so happy. I'm excited. I want to talk to them. I want to know what's going on in their mind, because I'm like, you're not basic. You're not the normal white shirt. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not just going with the crowd, the direction the crowd is running.
Exactly. It's amazing. I realized exactly. So I realized that I wanted to do business, and I had my plan. I knew what I wanted to be. And funny enough, when I tell people this, they laugh. I don't necessarily want to be wealthy. I just want to be able to live a good life, knowing that I can wake up and want to do something, and I can do it comfortably. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to be the richest lady on the planet. I don't have to be Bill Gates. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to be the highest person. Like, no, I can be comfortable in my little white apartment with my dog and my boyfriend, and I'll be fine. But then when after year 10, year 11, I came to Canada. I went to high school again, and then now I'd had my first year, and now I'm in my second year. And this year, I realized that I don't want to do that anymore. Like, I don't want anything to do with business. I feel like this is when I realized who I am and what I'm made of. Yeah. I am an artist. I love art. Art makes me go crazy. I love art so much. Like,
this is the first step. I mean, I met you a while ago, actually. Shout out to Jane. Jane had a 25th birthday party, and then this is where we met. The two-step was terrible, but I don't know. It was some sort of energy that I gravitated. No, and this is facts. I'm not making this up. And And it's weird because you know what I realize now is that a lot of people that I'm talking to, right? I'm not going out there to find. For me, I also hate what everybody does, right? Like, and I think there's power within each other. Like, I can find inspiration. You just first 2 minutes, you already schooled me about the whole Britain thing, and I never looked at it in that perspective. So now, what's incredible is I find that I'm vibing better with people that are removing themselves from this, almost like this dream that we all been chasing. Yo, I'm getting to the money, no sleep off. I'm, you know. And to me, I'll be honest with you, right? If I meet a young lady today, if she talks about money the first 5 minutes, I disconnect directly.
Why?
Because, like, I feel like we give too much. Like, number one, past couple of years, I had like revelation at certain times. I realized, and this is not like, I know now, I feel like it's also the things that everybody say. But money really doesn't drive your happiness.
Oh my God, this is amazing.
Right? So then when you already when I meet you in the first few minutes and you're already trying to insert that into the topic or conversation, and I'm just like, oh nah, she not it. Like I already see, and maybe I should be because I am super open minded in the sense, but like the moment we get into that conversation, especially early on, to me it's like, damn, why we it's too early. Why we even talking about money?
Exactly.
Like, do you even like me? I don't even. Do you
know my name?
Do you have real eyebrows? You know, that's also another revelation. I'm just really learning shit this past 2 years or whatever, right? But back to the business thing. So now you didn't drop out of school, did you?
No, honey, you're in New York for a reason. You're here with me, student.
No, I mean, but you hit me with, you're an artist. I'm like, oh shit, she got to quit school. Her dad gonna be calling her the next day like, Sameera, what are you paying all this money to? You know what I mean?
I know you.
So you still
No, I'm still in school.
Yeah.
Funny thing. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm about to say this. Oh my God, Mom, Dad, I hope you don't listen to this. Okay. So, all in the second year, I realized that I actually didn't want to go to school anymore. Like, I felt like it's just wasting my time because I don't only want to be an artist. Like, I know I am an artist, but like, I have a plan for my art. I want to open up like an art gallery, right. Not necessarily an art gallery, but just like an artist bar or like an artist, like a place where you can come in and feel something.
Right.
Art not necessarily meaning like drawing, painting, and stuff like sketching. No, like singing, dancing, paintings, rappers. If you can bend your back, if you can if you can be creative with your mind, if you can make people think about what you were thinking when you made this, not who you are. Because normally when you look at this person, you can judge, okay, this person is this and this person is that. Like in high school, when you have the jocks, the cheerleaders, the nerds, and the smart people, you're just judging them. The geek is the one with the glasses and stuff. So you just think, okay, this person is smart or this person is geek. No, think about what they were thinking about, what they were feeling that made them create this.
Right.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to open that kind of place where you can do that. So that's that. And I want to be obviously a presenter, like on the radio and stuff like that. Yeah.
I never, because you always came across, you came across as a person that was reserved, right? I know
a lot of people say
maybe
that.
I've made fun of you on Snap a couple of times, and I was just like, there's people actually, if I've never met you in real life, it would have maybe took me 6 months to figure out what you actually look like, because you always post something with like a filter, you know what I mean? But I mean, and I understand that now. You didn't answer the question about why did you decide to come to Canada, like all the countries, because I know you opened up saying that you love the UK. Why did you? Why not UK? And how'd you end up?
Funny thing is, you're right. All my life I wanted to go to school in UK and live my best life. But funny. This is so funny. When I was in year 11, my final year in high school in Nigeria, I had this friend. I really, really liked this guy. Like his name is Ahmed. Like I really liked him. He was a smart boy. He was religious and he was sporty. He was friendly. Like he was just everything.
Sound like your high school crush.
No. Like I just really admired him. No.
Sorry, I just sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. Shout out to Ahmed though.
Shout out.
I mean, you might not be able to see this, but I'm looking straight at her as she's talking about Ahmed. She's very passionate. So shout out to you, man. You inspire somebody. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
So like he was just everything, you know. And he said he was going to Canada, and like when we were having the conversation, I was like, really? And then like I just said, okay, wherever you're going, I'm going. It was a joke, and then he was like, am I being serious? I was like, yeah, I'm being serious. Like wherever you go, I go. And then he was like, I should stop. I was like, nah, I'm being serious. And then he actually took me seriously, and he sent me like schools in Canada, and I was like, okay, this can be a great start for me because
right.
my high school life in Nigeria wasn't really the best for me sometimes. I had great memories, don't get me wrong, but I just felt like I needed a new start, fresh air. Like I feel like I was choking a bit. So I was like, okay, maybe this could be a new start for me in Canada where like I know no one there, like fresh start and stuff like that. Or it'll just be like Ahmed and I, and it's fine. Like I'm good.
Ahmed.
No, oh my god.
I can't help it. I really can't.
I know it's like a pun.
You gave me, you know what I mean, free material. So sorry, go ahead. Okay, so he started sending you to schools.
Yeah.
And what are some of the schools? Like, was there only York University? Or
no. I went to high school before I came to York. So it was like CIC, Columbia International College,
okay.
SOC, Southern Ontario College, I think, and yeah, and there was another one, but I can't remember.
Yeah, okay.
And I was like, okay, and then I showed my mom, and my mom was like, okay, yeah, like that's good, because like she's tired of English, like she's tired, like she wants to throw it away, like all her kids UK, and she's like, oh, she's tired, she wants something new, you know, adventurous kind of thing.
Right.
So I was like, okay, so I was like, yeah, sure, like okay, I don't mind, but like at times when I think about it, and like the people I knew were all going to England, I was like, okay, maybe I don't want to go to Canada. I don't want to go start again because that's just going to be long. Right. Finding people I can talk to and stuff like that. And I didn't want to be alone because like my siblings were all in England, like my little brother and my two older sisters. So, and I didn't want to be alone. But eventually I saw the website of CIC and I got excited. I was like, oh my god, this is incredible. Oh my god, like I was so happy. Like, you know, when you watch the movie, like all those high school movies and you picture yourself in there, yeah, that was me. I was that girl. Yep, I was that girl. So I was on board, and that was it. That was it, like poof.
Now, as you say now, I can't help to think, right? How many siblings do you have, by the way?
3. 2 sisters and 1 brother.
So for somebody, because I understand that when you do go, you know, in Africa, when your parents decide to be like, okay, you know what, I'm going to pay for your education to go study abroad, they get into the money though. That is a fact. So, how would you say your life? How do you view like obviously, you know, you come from Nigeria, you know, that is your heritage, this is what you are, and I understand that even back home, we are classified in terms of class, you know,
but it's sad.
We come from, you know, if you got a little bit of money, you hang out with this crowd and things like that, and then you came to Canada and nobody really knew who you were, you know what I'm saying, outside of what they showed when they meet you and that type of stuff. What was the biggest adjustment for you, would you say, when you
came here?
And, you know, did you, obviously, I don't even get the sense that like that mattered to you as much. I feel like you really wanted to come in here and probably didn't even want people to know who you are, kind of.
Exactly.
But what is, if you had to remember back a little bit, what was the biggest adjustment outside of maybe the cold that you had to do?
I would say the people, because funny enough, not the like obviously in Nigeria you're not gonna see a lot of white people walking around, but so I'm safe. It's safe to say that it wasn't like the white people. It was the black people. I just feel like as a person, as a human being, like as a girl, I just feel like people should learn to like mind their business. Like
shots fired. Shots fired. Who we talking about? Do we got a name?
I like how you throw that. Like you throw your like you have like a zing, so you just threw your zing in there.
You know, as soon as I hear there's keywords that there's a light bulb that goes into my mind. Oh shit, who we talking about? But no, so people should mind their business. Okay,
yeah.
continue.
No, like I'm not throwing shots at anyone or shade. No, right. I'm just saying it's like it's like I feel like I should mind my business as well. Like everyone should just mind their business. But like when I came to Canada and I went to CIC, like I just felt like everyone was in everyone's face, and it was annoying because like breathe, like focus on something else. And like now I'm not trying to throw shade at people that went to CIC, don't get me wrong. Like
Where is CIC? I feel like
it's in Hamilton.
Okay.
Like I'm not trying to throw shade. Shout out to Hamilton. Downtown freaks me out.
Yes, but I mean, but they are going through like they fix.
I hope so, because I've seen scary stuff, like scary.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely. I think it's getting better, right? Like anywhere else, even in Toronto, like there was, even in York. Actually, if we talk about York, there was a time where it was scary crazy for a woman. To go. Actually, were you around the time where all these announcements was going on, like girls was getting assaulted and things like that?
And people were shooting. And
how did that make you feel? Did it make you? Did I make you not want to go outside at all? Or
two things. Firstly, I don't really go out much. Like I can count the amount of times I've gone out. Like it's just school, my apartment. If I need to go to Walmart, I go to Walmart and I come back to my apartment. Okay. Like I am an indoor girl. And the second thing was that where I lived was not in like a secluded, like it wasn't in a corner or tight or like a
you felt
dark hour. Like exactly, I felt safe. It wasn't scary for me, and if it was scary, most times I wouldn't go out. I can't risk it. I'll just stay at home. Like it's not that important. No one is dying. Like it's not that important. It's never that deep. So I'll just stay at home. So I felt fine, and I never heard any story like around my area. So I was like, that's fine. Like.
Now I can't even remember. Was there specific areas where they were like high risk? Oh,
yeah,
okay. See, the problem is when you're a guy, we feel invincible for whatever reason. These are things that we don't think about. Like,
shout out to my boyfriend.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I've left York University gym sometimes late from playing basketball, and I had to like turn off my headphones, obviously, and I had to I'd be like, listen, if somebody come out right now, I've been working on my legs. I wouldn't be able to kick them. So I needed to make it. I couldn't even run. So I'm not that oblivious. I like to really be in tune. Even for example, when I'm at the mall, right, and I hear people walking behind me, and we're talking about like a mall where there's lights and there's during the day. I hate when people walk behind me.
Me too.
I get paranoid, nervous. And I'll just stop a little bit, let you go first, and then.
I feel like we're connected right now.
We are definitely connected, activated, connected. The whole 9 yards. So, anything that you was trying to get off your chest, actually.
I'm so glad you asked this question.
Oh boy.
I can cry right now. Like my eyes are getting all.
Okay, before we even get into that, you were saying, I just remember about the arts. Do you draw? Do you paint?
Oh yeah, I do. So I would love to tell you my story. Mm-hmm. So growing up, I loved fashion. Like I still have like my little book, but it's back at home. I have my little book when I used to draw clothes. I loved fashion. Like I wanted to be like a fashion designer. That is what I wanted to be. And I would draw every time. I'm drawing and like I had just started having love for like fashion, like art, like something that just had to do with drawing and taking your time to, you know, do it properly. So my love grew for it. And then in year 10, so basically when you reach year 10, you can you choose the courses you want. So I chose art because I wanted to take my art further. So in year 10, I would do my work, but sometimes I would give up and not do it. And like, I was just demotivated to get me. And like, my exam came and you had to do the work. Like, no turning back, doors locked, swallowed, like it's gone. So I did it and I was proud. And like my teacher was gassing me up, you know. He was making me smile. I was like, you see, like it's good and da da da. But then at a point, everyone was telling me, oh no, you can't do art, da 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 da. It's not for you.
You have to go to business school. Is that my Nigerian accent might be terrible, but
it's terrible.
You have to go to business, but which is crazy, you know, because initially I wanted to do graphic design.
Really?
Then I changed my mind because my parents hit me with a 2-day lecture. I said, damn, yo, I feel like I was letting the whole country down.
Exactly.
I was just like, okay, cool. What's closest? And my mom did inspire this because she did tell me to try architecture. And I was like, cool, I'm going to do it. And I really, when I start things, I'm not the stop in the middle. Like, even if it's bad. The only thing I really get out of quick is relationships, to be honest. What's going on?
I'm hearing some noise.
You got cats in here?
Is it you? It's you.
Oh yeah, sorry. Maybe
it's fine. It's fine.
She is a little nervous, like somebody going to jump out. But like I was saying,
men feel
to get back to what I was saying, like, yeah, my mom did put it. She did introduce. She's like, yo, try architecture. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe you won't. And then I started it, and it was the hardest shit I ever done in my life. Right, and no, it was by far is the hardest thing.
Really?
But I'm stubborn in many ways. When I start something, I have to see it through. So I was like, you know what? Even if I end up hating this, like I started, there's money behind it. Obviously, pay for school. So I did follow through. Now, after I got through the first year hurdle, I really fell in love with that, and I was like, oh man, this could be something. I'm really, I'm gonna follow through and do that. So, did you have the discussion of your parents are probably going to art school or whatever? And they said no.
No, I can't pull them down on that. No, I didn't do that. Because I told you, like, from year 10, I wanted to do business. So I didn't really know that I was, like, an artist. I just knew that I had a passion for it.
What is some of your work? I want to see it. Because I feel like, you know, maybe you selling me a dream or something.
No, like, I wouldn't do that. Well,
now, you are very reserved, right? And for you to, like, maybe start to promote your art and things like that, you definitely gotta come out and play. Like, you gotta come out and mingle with the people. How do you think somebody as shy as you transition into being this open extrovert type of person? Because I mean, you got to go out and shake a couple hands, no?
I agree. I totally agree. Like, I agree with what you're saying 100%. Because funny thing is, I always feel like if I had like another life, like a next life, I would be like a hippie, like a fun, open, free hippie that would just, like, you know, dance in the sunflower field and just all about like how, like, look at my phone case for like subhanallah, like, look at this phone case, like, what do you see?
Let me see.
No, it's just like it's like an elephant with like pink colors that like splash up, and you could just see the white lines and stuff.
No, sorry, I was just looking at your phone because I like people that got money, but they super humble about it. You know what I mean? She got the latest iPhone X Plus X.
No, it's no. I know your tricks now, Ibu. I know your tricks.
Sameera is getting to the money, people. I like that. She is.
Is the one with the car.
I mean, cars. Everybody got car.
No, I don't have a car.
But I mean, you're a student. I'm sure within. You that's a car right there. That could have bought your car.
No.
High mileage, but it would have been it would have got you from A to B. So, okay, back to what you were saying. You were saying that you had a lot of things on your mind.
Oh yeah.
I'm intrigued by it. Go. Let us know what's happening.
Okay, so for a while now, I've been thinking about this. Well, what I would call this is two things. Actually, no, one thing. Forever is never. I feel like people are so like in the box. They're in the box 100%. Like they're deep in the box. And whenever I think about forever is never, I just realize that we don't have time. Like we need to stop thinking about things that are irrelevant and focus on how we can live our best lives. Mm-hmm. And thinking about that, it boils down to two things. You're human and your gender. So this is really, like, I tried to explain this to my boyfriend, like, today, and he was like, what? And I was like, you're not the first person. Don't worry. Like,
meaning, like, what? He didn't
like,
get
he
it?
didn't get it. Like, I didn't explain it. I literally just said, you have a human and you have a gender. He was like, what? I was like, don't worry, you're not the first. Like, I didn't go further. Like, I just let it go.
I'll be honest with you. I might be a little confused too. But I mean, not to cut you off. I want you to, like, I'm really trying to soak in what you're about to, what you're
about to drop.
What you're about to instill in me.
Spit fire.
Fire in the booth. Sorry, listen. You're giving me alley-oops, and I feel like I gotta dunk the ball. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead. So what you're saying is, first you said forever is never.
Exactly.
Break that down for me, quick. Not quick, but like, let me wrap my head around it.
You will die. The world will end. Everything that everyone is trying to preserve. Mm-hmm. will perish. We will all go back to dust. It is inevitable. Like, it must happen. So when people cling on to things, they forget that forever is never. Forever will never be there.
Okay. No, it's not like you're about to kill me, but
I'm not about to kill you, Evil.
We all, but there is truth in what you're saying, mm-hmm. And we do cling on to things because sometimes that's like these are, almost like learned behavior that we picked up as a kid. You know, it's like that little kid at daycare running around mm-hmm. like my toy, you know what I mean? That kind of, it's that mentality that we don't know where it's coming from, but it definitely started from a place, from a very young age, kind of thing. So. Mm-hmm. It is true, like you saying something right now. It's kicking. I don't know at what point it will, you know what I mean? But I'm with you 100%.
I'm happy. I'm really like, I wish you could see my soul right now. It's dancing.
Your soul is dancing.
My soul is dancing right
now. Though you yourself are a terrible dancer.
Oh my God, you just did that. Thank you. Listen, a round of applause, Ibu.
I'll be honest with you. Sameera got one of the worst two-step.
But he was like, the funny thing is he makes fun of my moves, my good moves, but yet he was grooving with me. He was busting some moves too.
A couple shots here and there. I was losing. No, but I was just making fun of her the whole time. But she definitely is you are definitely a good sport. You could just tell people that can't take jokes or they take themselves too serious, and I don't like those kind of people. But you definitely are a good sport. Now I want to ask you something.
Go ahead.
Do you see? I've been watching things and things like that, and one thing I can't remember. I think it's the president of Ghana. Mm-hmm. He was saying that our best people leave the country and they go build. The countries abroad. Obviously, mm-hmm. we're in Canada right now. Mm-hmm. Everything we're doing is Canadian based or at least inspired by that. But we sometimes forget to go back home and improve and help things like that. Do you personally have any Like, are you planning to take everything you can from here and take that back to Nigeria?
Okay, so when I was little, I always wanted to, like, when I was little, I wanted to be, rich enough to help those people that I see on the street, or those people that you hear about, or all those people that are not as privileged as you. And the thing is, I had this dream. I was going from where I lived. I stay in Abuja, so I was like going from Abuja to like another state.
Abuja, that sounds rich. What is that?
Oh my God! Don't start this. No,
the only place in Nigeria I've ever been to is Kano, which is,
Kano too is a bit.
This is the first. It's like the borderline. No, because I'm from Niger, right? So that's the first stop.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cool. I've never. I need to like. Road
yeah,
trip.
so that's the place that's the only place I've ever been to in Nigeria. I haven't been to Lagos. A lot of people went home December this year, and then it looks popping. But as we're on the subject, I want to throw this at you, and we can get back to. Actually, you know what? Let you wrap it up.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I don't want you to lose your train of thought, so go ahead. I will come back to this. You know what? I will write it down so I don't forget.
Yes, I agree.
So back to what you were saying in terms of you had dreams of going back.
I was going from a state to another state, and the roads were so bad. You could see these people suffering, and I was so sad. Like, I was a sad little girl, and from that moment, I just wanted a situation where I would be so rich that I would have these vans. I would have these vans in every state that would pick up, like, they would round them up, and not in, the mean way that people would hit them or stuff. No, do not apply, like, force, violence. No, don't be tender and caring. Like, don't, like, no. Like, take them into the van and take them into, like, a home where they would be, obviously, they don't, like, some of them that don't have parents, like, they would have to be taken care of. So it's a situation where they would be taken care of, like, fed, clothed, bathed. They would have a roof to sleep under. That's what I wanted to do for Nigeria. But growing up, I realized that, like, even some of those people aren't even trying to help themselves, even if they can.
Yeah, okay.
And it's annoying because we are all kind of like, if you don't help yourself, no one will.
Yeah.
Someone as rich as Bill Gates can turn into the poorest guy you meet on the road.
Yeah.
But he fought. He had a dream. He was creative. If he decided to sit at home and be fat and take ice cream and watch a movie, Netflix, and chill, he wouldn't be where he is today. So, I mean, you can only go so far depending on how you're willing or trying to help yourself. I mean, if you don't love you, who will love you?
Right. You
come first. Because everyone else is thinking about themselves. So you come first.
Yeah.
You do you, and let them do them. Keep it pushing. 100%.
Actually goes into singer. Are you a singer too?
Oh yeah, I'm a singer.
And just to piggyback of what you were just saying, I just had a kind of like epiphany. The greatest thing, one thing I noticed in Niger, and maybe Nigeria is similar or anything like that, is that the one thing we do is pray a whole lot, right? And we're a Muslim country, so people don't miss the prayer. They're there, and then when I go back, I be having conversation with dude. You know what?
Oh, hot seat now, huh?
You know what?
But don't.
But as we're talking, I'm be honest with you. I'm Muslim by default, meaning
I love that.
I come from. That's where I come from.
You didn't have a choice.
I didn't get to pick my religion. Now, that being said, I think growing up, we were never like, because I grew up in America, so it was never like you have to pray, you have to do that. It's only now that I'm grown that sometimes my mom be like trying to get me to start and pick up the habit or whatever.
And that's wrong.
And especially when I go back home, because they're still, their mindset, I like to call it, is like 1930. They haven't lived anything. And I was like, and my mom does it just for whatever, but it's not something that I've been doing. Like I wouldn't know how to even start, right? And I don't want to blame her, but it's not really my fault. Like we grew up, my parents weren't the most. My mom prays, but she never like, yo, you gotta go pray. That. And so when I go back home, I be hanging around, people. It's usually like people that I might remember from the neighborhood when I was young, when I used to come. And these are the people I really love hanging out with, because to me that is authenticity. Like these are the people that I really, I never go back and feel like I'm bigger than, all the time. I'm like, oh yeah, Ipu's back and whatever. I really go sit with the people because I enjoy that more. And then through that, I try to share stories with them. Like, hey guys, we gotta look at a perspective, right? We here in Niger, we pray a lot. Like y'all don't miss prayers for nothing. Y'all close your shop to go pray.
Mashallah.
Y'all pray on the roads, traffic jam and things like that. But when we look at North America, for example, or Canada, or whatever it is, I think people pray or people are religious, but it's really like it doesn't.
It's limited.
It's limited to the extent that you want to take it. So I think sometimes people are kind of hypocrite in the sense where I'm praying, so then that should take care of everything else. But you're really not doing the work. You know what I'm saying? Like you praying and taking a nap, right? You wake up and you go back to the next prayer and then you take another nap. Brother, who supposed to do the work in between your prayers? How you ever supposed to get out of your situation? And I think sometimes, for lack of better term, it's almost like you were saying, you got to be able to pray and whatever it is you do, that's cool, but there's no substitution for work. Yeah. So even like being, following a religion and things like that, it is a lot of work. I'm not trying to say anything.
Wait, what? Wait, what are you trying to say?
I feel like you're looking at me like you ready. Are you super religious?
I wouldn't say I'm super religious, but I'm religious. Like I
pray 5 times a day.
Pray 5 times a day. But I won't lie, I've been slacking. But no, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite.
Listen, I'm the least, and it's not to. I just really like to ask people how they really, because I was like, you can lie to humans, but you can't
lie to God. I mean,
whatever
play yourself.
You choose to do, and everything that we do, sort of like in the dark, will come up.
Exactly, and I feel like if you know that it's okay between you and God, then honey, it's okay between you and any other human being. Like, I mean, come on, it's God, and you want to come and pretend for a human, really? Yeah, like that's what you want to do?
That's disrespectful. How you going to appear perfect to me, and then you're not really trying? Me, I like to live my truth. I like to call it. Like, I really like.
Amazing.
Hey, man, are you Muslim? Yes, by default. I grew up. My name is Muslim. Ibrahim. You know what I mean? So I can't hide from that. But am I super religious? Of course not. And my belief is, I really trying to instill good energy and do right by people.
Exactly.
And in many ways or format, like I start to see the result of how I treat people, I interact with people and things like that. So, I mean, if people want to follow religion, I don't mind it, but I just have a problem when people start to not look at you like you're not living right just because they do their little prayers, but then they have unprotected sex. Like, bro, really?
I just like offered, like, we just shook hands right now.
We're supposed to shake right hands.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you're not supposed to shake. I don't know if it's true or not, but
is it like also the voodoo thing? Like,
you know what? Just growing up, like my dad always said, when you shake somebody's hand, shake them with the right hand.
I know that, like, it's the whole. I know this in Nigeria. Like, you can't give like an elder or something with your left hand. Like, that thing annoys me. It blows my mind. But I think
they say that's because that's the hand you use to wipe your ass or something.
Yeah. So don't you wipe your ass too?
Depends. Since I go, it depends on.
Oh, you don't?
No, I'm saying like I don't have a specific hand.
Exactly.
You go. Depending which side the toilet paper is, you know, pull it from the right.
But I feel like it's always on the like left side.
Well, Jamaican, he made my basement. Jamaican contractor.
Really?
I think he just winged it. My fucking toilet paper is at the top. Shout out shout out to him, man. Shit, sometimes in my basement there's doors and doors. But anyway, shout out to him. One thing I wanted to, last kind of comment I had was that I was watching people when they go back home in December and it's a big party, Lagos, December and things like that.
I've never been.
And one thing that irritated me is that when African people go back home, we treat it like we're motherfucking tourists. My nigga, this is your home, bruh. How you on Instagram talking about something? And I kid you not, right? There's this guy, he went there and he literally went there and go, oh, this is where my parents are.
What that?
This is where my parents are from. This is where they were when they got married.
What the hell?
And then a year later they went to Canada and this is what, like, he kept putting the emphasis that he really wanted to let people know that, hey, I'm born in Canada.
Yeah, I've never been like.
And I'd be like, bro, when anybody that sees you, my nigga, your head is shaped like you're from Ghana, bro. Like, you really, like, oh my God, no. Like, how we trying to persuade, you gonna persuade the white man that you're Canadian? Yeah, on paper, but your head, your lineup, it is that of a Ghanaian person. And that really irritates the shit out of me because I starting to realize, like, this is whack of us. You know what I mean? How we go back home and we treat this, sorry, I hit the mic, and we treat it like we are there in passing. Like, if fucking shit hit the fan, they not saying, okay, what's your ethnicity? Okay, you get on the Ghana boat. You Niger over here. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta be, and to be honest with you, that's a lot of times now, and I realize this is when you ask me where I'm from, I tell you Niger, brother. That's just why you asking. It don't matter what I sound like. That is my home.
Exactly.
And that is really, you know what I mean? That was my little rant on that situation. How do you feel about it? Does that irritate you at all, or?
Well, like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, growing up, I wasn't too proud being Nigerian. But growing up now that, like, I know what's going on, I know, like, I'm mature, and I feel like my brain, like, has opened up, and, like, I know what's going on. Because, you know, when you're little and you just watch cartoons and watch movies, you just want to be like them. Exactly. So, but now I'm like, I love where I'm from. I'm Nigerian. Like, I'm proud. I'm happy. And it is what it is, you know. Pushing, and that's about it.
And that definitely comes with growth and maturity.
Exactly.
Like, I'm sitting up here, obviously I've grown a lot, I've matured a whole lot more, right? So I'm able to tell you that. But the person who I speak of is actually same age. Well, not as you. You're a little bit younger on the youngest, not younger, but whatever. But he's literally like in his mid-20s, and like, how you still don't die dumb, bro. That is actually my new line. Do not die dumb. I don't know where I got it from, but it stuck with me.
And I like it.
And this is the third time I'm saying it.
And fourth. I'm
sticking with it, yo. Don't die dumb, please.
Like, don't, please. You know help what? Yourself.
This is the name of this episode today.
What? Like, you're on fire, Ibu. You are on fire.
Don't die dumb, you stupid muttas. You know what I mean? But that's it. Any last thing that you wanted to?
Don't forget.
You could give a shout out to your little boo or whatever.
Shout out to Jamil. Oh my God, this is like the best.
Don't do that though. Don't put us.
Wait, I'm so lost.
You don't know what's going on.
Oh shit.
I'm joking.
Oh no, shout out to Jamil. Okay.
Shout out to you, Jamil.
He's an artist. Like,
does he draw?
No, you see, why do you limit your mind to drawing when I say artist?
I mean, that is true. That is, honestly, it's just, first thing, what kind of artist is he?
He makes music, amazing music. Like, you should listen to it. SoundCloud.
I think I did. Is it a R? What's his?
K3.
I was trying to look for him on on
Roll Smart. Okay.
on YouTube. Like I
no,
went on
not YouTube. SoundCloud.
No. What I'm saying is, I did hear the SoundCloud, so I just assumed that he had
a YouTube, like a video. No,
thing.
not yet. It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Shout out to him. I mean, if he wants to come on and we
really?
can get into. Listen,
that'd be amazing.
I'm not here. Listen, I love to talk to people I can relate to. I'm not really. You gotta understand that I could have went to. I know, quote unquote, what is deemed to be popular people, especially in the African community. I could probably reach out to most, and no shots to them, but it's like we got to start understanding that the inspiration it could come from you, and it does, and it could come from anybody else. We shouldn't put too many people on a pedestal, because sometimes what we end up doing is we promote the wrong people to speak on our behalf. Right? Because there's a lot of things that people really go out there and speak about that I don't stand for. It really doesn't sit well with me, and this is why I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start my own platform, and I want good things to come out of that. So shout out to K3. I definitely did listen to his song
on iTunes
because you did post it on SoundCloud, and that's the type of person I am. When somebody do it, I'm curious, and not even that. Like, I force myself to okay, cool. Like, this cool. I definitely listened to the thing, and like I said, I went to YouTube automatically thinking there's a YouTube video.
Oh, that's so nice.
I did because it didn't sound like, it sounded good. It was a little bit different than what I heard. Amazing. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me just listen. I pay attention to everything. I'm not the only time I swipe through people's snaps is when they ranting. I don't usually, because a lot of time is a bunch of nonsense.
I agree.
Because we always talk about the same thing. Even us, somebody might listen to it like, y'all talking about nonsense.
I agree.
Cool. At least we here, we having
a good time.
We're having a good time, and any other thing. So K3,
KT3.
See, I'm fucking
like there were no. It was K3, but like there was like long stuff, but it's K3.
I mean, tell us a little bit, because you are his representative.
Yes, I am.
Where does the K3 comes from? Like, what does that mean?
Okay, so he in high school back in Nigeria, he had this guy that came over from another country, and his name was K3, and he liked the guy and his music, and it really inspired him. And then he kind of like just took the name because it was nice, and like the guy wasn't using it, and he told the guy like, yo, I like this name. You inspired me. No, not really. Like, I feel like it's creative. And he was like, oh, yo, like, I like your name. And he's like, yeah, can I use it? He was like, sure, dude. And like, that's how it started. Okay. So yeah.
Shout out to him. We definitely want to listen to him. And you
should.
Please have him come on the
I will. I definitely.
On the podcast. We'll set this up again. I'll bring the video next time, and it'll be live and direct. So
really,
thank you very much. I mean, like, the least I could do is promote those that I think are doing good things,
trying
in whatever ways I could help. Right. So
thank you.
For me, I mean, that's the least I could do.
Yeah.
Right? And if K3, you ever make $1 million, just remember Activated Podcast. We
shout out to Ibu.
We promoted you first.
Yes, you did.
Okay, I think that's it. I think we did
a good job.
Yeah, I mean,
high five. Word.
A lot of high fives going on today.
You don't like high fives?
Yes.
You don't?
You're sitting a little bit too.
Oh wait, so you don't like high fives, or I'm just sitting a bit far?
You're sitting a bit far.
Okay.
So to wrap things up, another quick shout out to Lip Crack. Mm-hmm. Get your lips looking as good as mine.
Not ashy and cracky as
my
others.
Lips is looking incredible. I could kiss somebody pink right now.
Ha ha.
Well, once again, thanks again everybody for tuning in. As I'm your host, this is The Activated Podcast, and y'all definitely been activated officially. Thank you. Peace.